Jimmy Page. You know Jimmy.
Yeah. Well, we had a band together, actually, The Firm.
Yeah.
And I was working on a studio solo album at that time, and Jimmy came around just to see what I was up to, and we started kicking ideas around. And we just started writing songs, and that, strangely enough, that's generally the lifeblood of any band and the birthplace of any band is that songwriting thing. That's where it starts, you know. And I had really no plans to go on the road at that time because I'd been touring my brains out for so many years. And Jimmy persuaded me, let's just do a couple of years and that'll be it. And we did, and it was great.
Yeah, great song. Radioactive was a great song.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Satisfaction Guaranteed was another one. I still include that in the set list which we wrote together, you know.
So
go ahead.
I was going to say, talking about Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin not getting back together after that reunion concert was such a shock to a lot of people that it was so successful. Why didn't Led Zeppelin go on this tour? They would have made so much money. Why do you think that Led Zeppelin decided not to go on tour?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because, I mean, it sort of speaks volumes for their integrity, really. I mean, it's like they decided that it wasn't quite the same. I don't know what they decided, but they decided that not to do it. You know, there was millions and millions of bucks that could be made. Mm-hmm. I was there at the show, actually. I played. I like to say they opened for me at the O2. You know, I did a couple of songs. Anyway, no, but and they're great guys, and you know, they wanted to do other things, and power to them, really.
I think Robert's moved on musically from Led Zeppelin. I think he's in a quieter place in his life right now. I know that Jimmy wants to do more work, and John Paul Jones has a band. What are they called? The Vultures or something? Crooked Vultures. The Crooked Vultures with Dave Grohl and a singer from a young band.
Yeah.
Yeah, Queens of the... Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone's doing, pretty much, I think, what they want to do.
It was, I don't know, I'm 50-50 on it. I really am. If they'd done it, I would have understood.
High notes to hit.
Yeah, they are.
Come
yes.
on. Whole lot of love.
Yeah.
One of the greatest rock and roll cries of all time.
Yeah. And that song, Rock and Roll, that they did in the studio, I love the drums in that. Maybe we should play that one, Rock and Roll, the studio version, if we can find it.
Yeah, sure.
Because John's drumming at the end of that. I mean, he's got like this metronome inside him, and the arms just respond.
It was interesting because we did a tour in the UK. We had Deborah Bonham, John's sister, open for us. She's a great singer, great voice,
and
very
a beautiful
bluesy.
lady.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah. We've got rock and roll all ready to go.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
that's Joshua. He's magic.
Good man.
You want to hear it?
Sure, love to.
Deborah Bonham got on the stage with Paul.
Check out the drum.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right.
But you know what? They'll never make it with a name like that.
No. But boy, Bonham really drove a lot of garage drummers insane.
I bet.
Yeah. It's like...
Can you dream of repeating that end drum fill there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about crazy drummers. Keith Moon's name came up. You backed up The Who when you were in Free.
Yes, when we were first fledgling, we there was a great bill, actually, when you think of it. There was Free, The Who, The Small Faces, Arthur Brown, and the God of Hellfire, that guy, and Joe Cocker. It was an amazing lineup.
Was Keith as crazy?
Yeah, actually, he was great. He did have this reputation to be, well, he was.
Bit of a drinker.
Way out there, but he also had a really nice, quiet side to him, actually, and he was really very nice with us. But it was they let us stand backstage, and so we could watch the intercommunication between the two of them, and you could see Keith Moon hammering away at the drums, and he'd forget where he was. He'd look around, and he'd be looking at Townsend. Where are we in the song, man? And Townsend would go, ask the bass player. He'd be like nodding to it. He'd go, where are we in the song, man? And he'd and what was the bass player's name?
John Entwistle.
John Entwistle would nail it down, and that's how the dynamic worked within the band, and it was outrageous. It was fantastic.
Who was the craziest rock star you've ever dealt with?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of craziness. It's one of those things, isn't it, that seems to be associated with your rock and roll. And I've been through it, I suppose, but it's really, for me, that's not what it's about, I mean, it's about the music. There have been some crazy times, but I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, that's all history now.
Yeah. Enough said.